So on Friday, you always got to be alert to what's going on in Washington, because the politicians and the bureaucracies always like to put out bad news on Fridays. Sure enough, the Department of Justice Inspector General put out information that put out the report on Andrew McCabe. Now, Andrew McCabe was the FBI #2 who was fired by Attorney General Sessions because of lack of candor. And so you have this IG report that explores it in detail. And what had happened is there were these stories about Andrew McCabe being conflicted potentially because of his money, the money his wife had gotten from Hillary Clinton's ally Terry McAuliffe in her race for office. And secondly, there was talk about, the FBI was in on efforts to suppress Clinton investigations. Well, he had reason to respond to that to protect himself personally, and he authorized the leak of information confirming the existence of an investigation into the Clinton Foundation. And the IG found that he lied to Comey about it, and he lied repeatedly to investigators in the Justice Department and FBI about it. And that's the reason he was fired: lack of candor under oath, which I think is a crime, which leads to the question whether he's going to be prosecuted or not. Now, Comey was concerned about the leak, and he had a conversation with McCabe about it, and Comey says McCabe gave him the impression he didn't leak it. McCabe says he told Comey he did leak it, and it was authorized by him because he is technically able to leak materials. I guess they're authorized leaks. Only in government do you have authorized leaks. So what's interesting about the IG report is that McCabe essentially calls Comey a liar, and Comey essentially calls McCabe a liar. So I'll leave it to you to figure out who's telling the truth. Someone pointed out that when McCabe was fired, Comey came out and said he had 2 decades of distinguished service, and suggesting he shouldn't have been fired. Well, it shows you that Comey's judgment isn't all that good, because this report suggests he should have been fired. And what's also interesting in the report is that McCabe recounts a conversation that's confirmed by at least another witness with the Department of Justice in August of 2016, where a Justice Department official, I haven't figured out the name who the name of the official is yet. The IG conveniently left that out. Told McCabe that they didn't want the FBI doing anything on the Clinton Foundation during the campaign. So we've got this IG report talking about McCabe's lies, but the real big story, which I'm sure the liberal media won't focus on, but I'm telling you about, is that there's this new evidence that the Department of Justice under Barack Obama and Loretta Lynch intervened or attempted to intervene to stop a Clinton Foundation investigation. The other thing in the IG report is that there are text messages that Andrew McCabe had about his recusal and other issues. We haven't gotten one text message in numerous Freedom of Information Act lawsuits from Andrew McCabe. It looks to me like the FBI has been covering it up and withholding them on purpose from us. So another FBI cover-up. I mean, this has been a busy week. Cover-up, abuse of power by 2 FBI directors, Mueller and Comey. And of course, Wray allowing his agents to be misused to target the president like he did earlier this week. The FBI and DOJ think they are not answerable to anyone, and least alone the President of the United States. And the President should remind them they work for him and to stop these abuses of the rule of law. And I don't believe that that Mueller should be able to complete his work. Well, if his work means targeting people who otherwise wouldn't be targeted with criminal investigations, I think there's an obligation to stop him from that work.